Welcome. I'm Meredith. This is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot. All about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And today, I'm so excited. This is an unboxing of the Solitary Witch. Love, Wisdom, and Light for your magical path. And it's by Lucy Cavendish. Artwork is by Lady Victoria. So, let's get rid of this plastic. And this is 45 cards. It's got a 180-page guidebook. And this is, I believe, a newer deck. I think it just came out this year. Perhaps even recently. Although I could be wrong. But it's so pretty. So, now, this is one, I've only seen a couple cards, but what I've seen, I mean, just look how beautiful that is. And we do have the nice thumbnails, you know, thumb holes. Who are you? The universe asks. I am, you reply, the witch who walks alone. Wherever there are humans, there are solitary witches, independent emissaries of magic who love others, but adore the companionship of the free and the wild even more. If ever you yearned for moon-kissed mysteries, kinship with wildflowers, and ecstatic connections with nature and her cycles, you have felt a witch's wisdom stirring within. You may dwell deep in a forest or in an apartment within the very heart of a city. Wherever you abide, the whispers of the elements, plants, creatures, and cosmos infuse your world with fascination and freedom. This enchanting oracle is an illuminating tapestry of insight, comfort, healing, and practical guidance for awakening your charms and senses. Together, the spark of Lucy Cavendish's prose and Lady Victoria's alluring hand-painted imagery evoke profound rememberings to draw back the veil and celebrate your magical soul. Your new journey begins. So, you have nice sturdy backs, and a decent size. You know, it's a little large, but it's not obscenely large. Although, you see, we do have plenty of space for the deck. I don't know. I may end up taking it out of the box, but it's so pretty. I might not. And I think this is one that I can go either way with, you know, because the box isn't that big. And there is room, you know, you could put a reading cloth folded up, you know, tightly next to the deck. So, look at these bags. So pretty. The cardstock's nice too. Let me show you the size. They're big cards, so significantly wider than standard tarot. Good bit taller as well, so like a thumb's width taller. And you know, yeah. As oracles go, I feel like they may be a little bit wider than, you know, a lot of them, but maybe I've just been using narrower cards, so it just feels that way. So look at this pretty guidebook. So we're just going to take a quick look, and after we look at all the cards, I'll shuffle them. We'll pull one and read properly from the guidebook, but just to get an idea let's take a look at the content. So we have an introduction, then we get right into the card. Well, not really, because we start at page 60. The introduction goes from page 7 to 64. Is that right? So it's much more than an introduction. So let's take a look about that. We also do have about the author and about the artist. So we have the intro. And it talks about inspirations for this oracle, initiating the oracle, blessing it, shuffling it, your reading space, tuning into your cards, how to shuffle your cards for a reading, cutting the cards, asking questions of the oracle, cards with a will of their own, the leaping card, those are the best cards, reverse cards, a magical end to an enchanting reading, how to cleanse your oracle, enhancing your readings, talks about essential oils, crystal companions, herbal helpers, ritual objects like candles and music, simple layouts, card a day practice, 3-card spread, variations on that, Celtic cross, Lucy's version, Circle of Witches spread, Tools of the Solitary Witch. So that's another spread. Okay, and then we get into the messages. Love this art. So it looks like we have roughly 2 pages per card. We do have a black and white image of the card. The number, probably the title. And then we get several paragraphs about the card, but in like a nice sort of narrative. And then we have a meaning. So we have short sentences. And then we have the same for reversed as well. So let's take a look at these cards. And I think, the copyright's 2023, so this is definitely a newer deck. Look how beautiful. Oh, you know what? Let me pull you back just a little, because I really don't want to cut off the card. Look how beautiful. I love the cat and the fairy. And I love these borders. So these colors are interesting. So I'm not sure if there's... I feel like there's a significance to the colors, but I don't know what it is at this point. So we'll see, but absolutely beautiful. I love this too. Did I tell you? This is, you can probably read it, but it's Wishes. This one is Her Herb Garden. Now, obviously with Wishes, this is much more of a keyword kind of title. This one, perhaps less so. But, the more time I spend with decks, the more I like, I used to really prefer very open, but very keyword-like keywords rather than titles. But more and more, I'm really appreciating when they're so open, right? Her herb garden, that could be anything. And I think it's the kind of thing that can change as you need it to. There's that cat. Yeah. It brings to mind bounty and protection and resources. And it also kind of puts in mind, at least, to my mind, what are you cultivating? What are you growing? What are you nourishing? There's just so much that you can get into with this card, which I love. The Beltane Lover. Beautiful again. And I love that we have the two crows or ravens. Look closer. She is not lonely. I love this card so much. I love the owl. It's just absolutely beautiful. The artwork is beautiful. And I love this message. And I think it's a great message for yourself too. Depending, obviously. But I think sometimes it's like society kind of programs us to believe that we're lonely when sometimes we're not, Not everyone needs a lot of people around. And, sometimes there are times when you're less lonely with less people. And I like that. I think that's an important message. The comforts of friendship. How beautiful. I saw this image a long time ago before this deck came out. I feel like this was a promotional image. And I just love it. She sleeps with the stars. Oh, I love that too. And again, to me, now I haven't looked at the book, but I feel like we have so many possibilities with this. Is it more literal? Is it talking about, just sleeping beneath the stars? And if so, what does that mean? As someone who enjoys a lot of camping, until I had my daughter, that's how I would camp most often. Yeah, sometimes we'd camp in caves and stuff, but no tents, right? And there's a sort of, there's an openness there, and there's a trust, whether it's like trusting the people you're camping with or trusting the kind of universe or that wood to keep you safe. There's a vulnerability about sleeping like this. But to me, it could also mean a kind of dream world, like the best dream world, when you fall asleep and you enter that place where you can see and even experience all of those infinite possibilities that await you. And it's so, can I say how beautiful? Really, I love this artwork. The Dance of Water. And again, I love these titles. And it's like, on one hand, they're kind of meaningless, but on another, they have so many meanings. And I love that. Now, I'm sure the guidebook, gets into specifics, but for me, that's how it feels. I wonder if these are elemental. These might be based on the element. No, I don't think so. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure it out. Because I don't think it's random. But it could be. The healing tree at Litha. I love that. I love the way it's like the moon is being held too. Maybe it's not a moon. Maybe it's an egg. Maybe something is hatching, incubating. That's beautiful. Oh, wow. Yule's night. Oh, love these. You know, it would probably go really well with these. I know, I'm not even halfway through these cards. I was just thinking, because it is right here. Mostly, I am so tired. It's very late at night. I'm thinking, Earthly Souls and Spirits, Moon Oracle, by Terry Foss. We're going to have to pair these when I get done, because I feel like they're going to be amazing together. But they might be too samey, I don't know. Not that they're, you know what I mean. The next journey beckons. Oh, I love this. Wow. You know, now, I don't know how you're seeing this, but for me, you know, I feel like this is that end of this life, moving on to that next chapter. But of course, it could be anything, right? Really, really nice. The witch shows her daughter the moon. Oh, love that. Her knowledge runs deep. Love that too. This is such a warm and welcoming deck, but there's a wildness about it too. But it's a welcoming wildness, you know? The 13th Esprit. The fox, so sweet. Self-initiation. I just love this art. I mean, I don't even know what it is. I mean, it's beautiful, of course. But I want to like bathe in this art. You know what I mean? I just want to completely immerse myself in it. Sweet Asherah Harvest. And I love that, not all of these, but a lot of these cards, the figures are facing away from us. And I feel like for those, right, compared to this one, it's that indication that they're not the focus, right? They're just here, but that's not where your eyes should linger. Whereas this is the focus. Again, that's just my take, but was she once a Selkie? Oh. Wow. Absolutely wonderful. There are other conversations. Yeah, this deck it makes me so happy. It just fills me with a nice warmth. Her book of shadows. The gathering. The maiden and the Imbolc lamb. Wow. Magical manifestation. The maiden, the mother, the crone. Spells from the hearth. The crone in winter. Ancestors and apples. I love that. I love the little fairies. Oh wow. Nearing skyclad. Don't you just want to step into this card with her? Spells of rose and cacao. I don't know how to say that stinking word. You know, I think I spend more time with books than with speaking. Oh, it's so beautiful, though. Man. I mean, just look at the... Oh. A Samhain sending. The releasement. Oh, I love that. When fretful times come. Wow. Yeah, this card feels like that nice cup of tea or that hot bath. You know, like when those fretful times come, this is kind of soothing. It feels soothing and warm and nice. The company of trees. I love the company of trees. And sometimes she changes. How wonderful. Once upon another time. Lovely. The blessing and the banishing candle. A gentle path of inspiration. The witch's house. Her little cauldron. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, I know I'm spending a long time with each card. I'm trying to speed it up a little bit. The milk of the mother flows. Absolutely beautiful. the garden of hallowed moonlight. Lemasad, forgiveness and justice. I'm sure I mangled that, but a broom of her own is fabulous. She is moonlight, shy. Wow. The charging of her wand. Oh, wow. She is 1,000 flowers. Transcendent amidst the everyday. Oh my god, the cat is so cute. Wow. I really love this deck already. The artwork is just, oh man. Shuffles really nicely. Oh yeah. And I really like the way the deck feels. It's that really smooth, soft, but not sticky. Yeah, it's a good thickness. Now it does, you can see the bend already. Right? But with decks like that, all I do is I just shuffle them the opposite way. And they come back. You know, so if I shuffle face up, then I'll shuffle face down. And that was the wrong way. But you see what I'm saying. You just reverse it, and then it'll go back to its shape. So there. But anyway, now I do have big hands, and I will tell you, this is a stretch for me. So if you have smaller hands, definitely you're going to want to probably go like this, I would say. But very easy. The cards move just beautifully. You know, they're definitely not glossy, but they have a really nice movement. So let's pick one, and we'll read from the guidebook, and then I'll lay them out so you can see how they might look in a reading, and I will pair them with Earthly Souls and Spirits, because I just feel like it might be fabulous. Self-initiation. I like this one. Okay, so we do have that number, 14. So it'll be easy to find because they are, you know, by number. Okay. She knew that when the time came, she would do this without others like her around. She had worked hard for a year and a day, tested herself. Could she sense the world with accuracy? Was she able to tune into the fire, the water, the air, the earth? Could she blend the herbs into a healing ointment? Could she open her arms to the energy of the wild green world and channel it so it flowed to where it was most needed? She sat beneath the light of the full moon, began to understand the moods and shades of her energies, and followed the path of the sun. She learned how to increase energies, how to make them smaller and smaller until they were no longer of any harm. After all this, it came time to choose her path, and she already knew what it would be. So she chose the time and the place and left it to the universe to send her the witnesses to this moment that would transcend so many others in her life. She chose to make the path of the solitary witch her own path. She wrote the words, memorized them carefully, and chose the spell to cast. And so she dedicated herself to the goddess, to the path, to the universe, to the service of others, to the fulfillment of her own soul's purpose. She took on a new name that for now only she would know. So then we have a meaning, a choice, a path to choose, a ceremony to commit to a choice. And then reversed. Not acknowledging your own choices, forgetting to celebrate your achievements, always seeking an expert opinion to validate you. So I love the size, I love the feel, I love the imagery, I love the titles. This is such a lovely deck. Now, of course, as you probably gathered from the cards and, from what little I've read, it definitely has a witchy focus, right? But I don't think that it needs to be, I think that if you don't identify yourself as a witch per se, I think that you could still really enjoy this deck. And you could consider it more of that personal energy or strength or power, as opposed to literally witchcraft. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you, a lot of my clients, even when they come in for a tarot reading, it's oftentimes they don't want a lot of woo-woo, which is kind of interesting. They definitely don't want to hear about witches. Now, of course, some do, but a lot of them don't. But I'll tell you that I would absolutely use this deck with them anyway. It depends on the person, depends on the reading, blah, blah, blah. But it wouldn't keep me from, you know what I mean? Now, of course, if you do identify as a witch, I think this is super extra fabulous. But it's just such an absolute pleasure. There's something so wonderfully soothing, and it's almost like, it feels like it's almost like a massage for my brain, almost, looking at this. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, the artwork's gorgeous and all that, but I feel like it's more than that. So I don't know. I'm sure it's probably a combination of things. But let's just take a quick look at Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle, again by Terry Foss, just to kind of see how they might look together. And let's just appreciate the backs for a minute, because I think really cool. Yeah, there's that warmth again with this deck too. There's something about the colors. Oh, how cute is that though? Yeah, there's something about the colors that, I mean, it's definitely not the same, but there are, I guess, like here, I don't know, there are similarities that I really like. You know, definitely the art styles are not the same, but I do feel that, sorry, I do reversals. Wow, I love this together. Yeah, and we definitely have very different sorts of messages, you know. The Beltane Lover, White Light, Yule's Night. I like rhymes. Yeah, I really like these together. I think they are super fabulous, but definitely on its own, absolutely gorgeous. And I'll tell you, let's look at one more, because I think that it's a deck that, I don't know, that maybe someone might not think to combine, but I feel like it'll go so well. So let's see. So this is POESIS, which, you know, if you've been with me for a while, you know I adore this deck. And it is by Andrea Wan. The accompanying poetry is by Megan King. But I feel like this deck could be really nice. Now, I'm going to see the backs. And again, this is another oracle, but let me just... And this, I gotta admit, is one of those decks that just sort of goes with everything. But I feel like it's extra nice with this deck. And I like the simplicity here compared to this lushness here, you know. But it's a deep deck. You know, when I say simplicity, I just mean in the art style. Yeah, I like these together. So let me know what you think, because it's wildly different, but I feel like it's in the best way. You know what I mean? And I didn't even pull any tarot decks to pair with it. But wait, okay, you want to see one really fast? Just because it's right here, and I think it might be fabulous. And then that's it. But let's pull. So I just had this out because of Tarot Club. Which, oh, by the way, if you're interested, you want to learn more about Tarot Club, you want to join it, send me an email. My email is in the description. Just tell me you want to join Tarot Club, and I will send you the link. You can come as often or as infrequently as you choose. You know, there's no pressure. It's pretty laid back. And this coming week, it is every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this coming Thursday, we're going to start to delve into the Tree of Life. So, these are the backs. But I think, oh yeah, look at that. I love this deck, and I actually haven't worked with it in a while. So, think it may be time to work with it again. Oh, I love these together. Yes. Right? What do you think? I love, and did I even tell you? I didn't tell you. This is Asherah Tarot by Sarah Wheatley. And this is another one of my favorite decks, but it is. It's, yeah. Love these together. I love these together. Oh my goodness. So, guess what I'm going to do as soon as I stop filming? I'm going to be working with these together because I love the way they pair. Wow. Okay, so, sorry. Let me know what you think. Is this a deck that calls to you? What do you think about the pairs? Do you have other ideas that maybe would be even more wonderful? Definitely let me know in the comments because I value your thoughts. Definitely want to hear from you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you get alerted when I post new videos. And I am so sorry for the delay. It's been super crazy in my life this week. I mentioned in other videos or in comments, I had a leak in my boiler expansion tank that had to get replaced. So I had no water for a couple days. Then my oil was leaking from my car, so I had to get that fixed. Then my kitchen faucet was leaking, so I fixed that myself. So it's been just kind of a lot of stuff. And then, I had to take off to do these things, and then I had to basically almost double book myself to make up for it. So it's been crazy. But if you are waiting for that guided meditation, it's just one more day, and I will have it uploaded for you. And I believe the Jersey Devil should be uploaded tomorrow. So if you're waiting for that video, it's coming. I have two more regular unboxings. I have one deep dive and review, another deep dive, 2 or 3 more viewer requests, and a couple fun things that I thought of for myself, all coming up really, really soon. So definitely hit the bell so you get alerted. And until next time, just be wonderful to yourself. Be really, really wonderful because you deserve the best, only the best, all the best, and that is my wish for you.